economic dispatch problem with losses. So in last class we discussed economic dispatch, economic dispatch without losses, and input output characteristics that are incremental fuel cost, heat curve, IFC curves. These are all discussed in last class. So today economic dispatch problem with losses. Okay, so here two stations will be there. So one substation and second substation. So from one substation to another substation we are connected, that will be going, and there will be load. Okay, so considering this figure, which consists of two identical generators, two identical generators such that generators with identical incremental production cost. So if generator 2 has a local load according to the equal incremental production criterion, so the total load must be shared equally by both generators such that each generator should have supply half of the total load. Okay, so that means here we are connected two identical generators. Okay, so these two identical generator will have same incremental production cost. Okay, so if generator 2 has local load, so according to the equal incremental production criteria, the total load must be shared by both generators equally. Okay, so each generator should supply half of the load. So the common sense of tells that is more economical to let the generator to supply most of the local load, because of generator 1 has to supply in addition to the load to the transmission losses also. Okay, so therefore the criterion of sharing the load by a equal in incremental production cost does not hold the good under such a situation. So as a strategy must be evolved which takes into account of a transmission losses also. Okay. This means here we are taking a two identical generators. So these two generators will have same incremental production cost. Okay, so the load must be shared equally by both generator. Okay, so each generator should supply half of the total load. Okay, so the common sense tells that it is more economical to let a generator to supply most of the local load, because of generator 1 has to supply in addition to the load. Okay, so we are considering here transmission losses also. So sharing of load by equal incremental production cost does not hold the good under such a situation. So and the strategy must be evolved by taking account into transmission losses also. Okay, so the optimum load dispatch problem including transmission losses. So this is given by minimum ft equal to sigma n equal to n fn. Okay, so that is subjected to pd plus pl minus sigma n equal to 1 to n pn, that is equal to 0. Okay, where pl is the social total system loss, which is assumed to be function of generation, and the other term have their usual significance. Okay, making use of a Lagrangian multiplier lambda. The auxiliary function is given by. So here, so total input equal f equal to ft plus. So we are Lagrangian multiplier lambda into. So this is fd plus fl minus sigma of pn. Okay. So the partial differentiation in this expression when equated to 0 gives the condition of optimal load dispatch. So this equation will be partially differentiating and equating to 0. Okay. So then partially differentiation dou f by dou pn equal to dou ft by dou pn plus lambda into here dou pl by, okay, so dou pl by dou pn, so dou pl by dou pn, and here dou pn by dou pn means 1, so that is 1, then equating to 0. So dou fn by dou pn plus lambda into dou pl by dou pn, that is equal to lambda. Okay, so penalty factor method from the coordination equation. So dou pn plus lambda into, so lambda into dou pl by dou pn, that is equal to lambda. So here dou pn, so by using penalty factor method, dou f dfn by dpn equal to lambda into 1 minus of dou pl by dou pn. So here by using penalty factor method, so this will be going like this. Okay, this equation will be like this. Okay, so dou fn by dou pn into 1 by 1 minus dou fpl by dou pn equal to lambda. So here dou fn by dou p1 into, so ln, so this will be considering as a ln. Okay, so ln that is equal to lambda. So where ln is the penalty factor, so plant n and is given by ln equal to, so we are taking this is ln, so 1 by 1 minus dou pl by dou pm. So that is approximately 1 plus dou PL by dou PN. So approximately penalty factor, that is ln dash. Okay, this is ln dash. Okay, so next last coefficients. So this is penalty factor. So these are so economical dispatching problem with losses we are considering. So we are using, we are calculated penalty factor and Lagrange multiplier. Okay, next we are going for loss coefficients. Okay, so the simple method of representing the transmission loss as a function of real power generation is through the loss coefficient method. Okay, so this is simple method for the transmission losses as a function of real power generation through the loss coefficient. Okay, okay, so to represent the transmission loss as a function of real power generation, so we are using loss coefficient method. Okay, so PL equal to sigma n m and sigma n Pn Bm and Pm. Okay, for the two source system, the total transmission losses are given by, so two source system, the transmission losses are given by B11 P1 square and B22 P2 square plus 2 B12 P1 P2. Okay, so when you seeing this diagram here, so 1 and 2 and going load, so same. So the here we are taking, so to power station 1 and 2 and so on. Okay, so this is IB1, this is IB2 and this is and so on. So considering one three phase line B. Okay, here we are taking one three phase line B. So the total load current IL is applied by a source of 1 and current in line B. So that is IB1. Okay, so we are taking the, so in three phase line we are taking line B. So then we are taking line B, the total load current IL is applied to source 1 and the current of line B is IB1. Okay, so alpha B1 equal to IB1 by IL. So alpha B2 equal to IB2 by IL. So here we are taking two transmission line. In the two transmission system, we are taking one phase line B line. So in this phase line, the alpha will the alpha, for the alpha B1 equal to IB2 IB1 by IL and alpha IB2 equal to IB2 by IL. Okay, and next, when the both plants are considered to supply the load current, the current through the branch B using the principle of superposition will be IB equal to alpha B1 I1 plus alpha B2 I2, where I1 and I2 are the currents from plant 1 and plant 2 respectively. Okay, and alpha B1 alpha B2 are the current distribution factors. Okay, so this alpha B1 alpha B2 are the current distribution factors for plant 1 and plant 2. Here we make to simplifying, assuming for deriving the loss coefficient. Okay, the ratio of X by R for all transmission lines is same. The phase angle for the load current is same. Okay, so X by R and phase angle for all transmission lines will be same. Okay, so the net effect of these two assumptions is that the load current and the branch currents are in phase and hence the current distribution factors are real. So here I1 equal to I1 cos theta 1 plus J into I1 sin. Okay, here I2 equal to I2 cos theta 2 plus J into I2 sin theta 2. Okay, and IB equal to alpha IB1 I1 plus alpha IB2 I2. Okay, so here IB equal to alpha IB1 into I1 means I1 cos theta 1 plus alpha B2 into I1 cos theta 2. Okay. So when you are substituting I1, I2 values, then IB equal to alpha B1 I1 cos theta 1 plus alpha B2 I2 cos theta 2 plus J into IB1 I1 sin theta 1 plus IB2 I2 sin theta 2. Okay. Then we have squaring. So alpha B2 equal to IB square equal to alpha B1 square into I1 square plus, so here I1 square cos square, so cos square theta 1 plus sin square, so here cos square theta, so we are common IB1 square, then cos square theta 1 square plus sin square theta 1 square, so then that will be 1, so I1 square and alpha B2 I2 into cos square theta plus sin square theta, that means alpha B2 I2 square plus 2 alpha B1 alpha 2 into I1 I2 cos of theta minus theta 2. So since here I1 equal to P1 by root 3 V1 cos phi 1 and I2 equal to P1 by root 3 V2 cos phi 2. Okay. Here RB is the resistance of branch B. Okay, here RB is the resistance of branch B. The total loss will be PL equal to sigma B1 equal to B into 3 IB square RB. So where sigma is the summation of losses in all branches and phi 1 and phi 2 are the power factor angles of plant 1 and plant 2 respectively. So the power loss PL equal to sigma of alpha B1 square into P1 square RB into V1 square cos square phi 1 plus alpha sigma into alpha B square into P square RB by VT square cos phi 2. So plus sigma 2 P1 P2 RB alpha 1 alpha 2 cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 by V1 minus V1 V2 into cos phi 1 cos phi 2. So when we are simplifying this, B1 P1 square plus B2 to P2 square and plus 2 B1 to P1 P2. Okay. So here B1 1 equal to sigma of alpha square RB into V1 square cos square phi 1 and that is equal to 1 by V1 square cos square phi 1 into sigma of alpha B1 square RB. So and B22 here this is B22. B22 equal to 1 by V square cos phi 2 by sigma of P2 square RB. Here B12 means this is. So 1 by V1 V2 cos phi 1 cos phi 2 by here alpha B1 alpha B2 into RB. Okay. So and next, therefore if there are n number of sources, the general loss will be coefficient, the general loss coefficient will be BNN equal to 1 by V1 square cos square phi 1 sigma of alpha BN square RB. BMN equal to 1 by VM VN cos phi m cos n sigma of B alpha BM alpha BN and RB. Okay. So next, flow chart for economic scheduling with losses. Okay. Here flow chart. We are drawing flow chart for economic scheduling with losses also. Okay. So assuming a suitable value of lambda 0, this value should be more than the largest interrupt for the incremental production cost of various generators. Calculate the generators based on the equal incremental production cost. Okay, calculation the generation at all the buses using this equation Pn equal to 1 minus Fn by lambda minus sigma m not equal to n 2 Bmn by Pm by Fnn by lambda plus 2 Bnn. Okay, so at first in flow chart we are starting start and reading Fnn, Fn, PD, Pn minimum and Pn maximum. So assuming a suitable value of lambda and delta lambda, determining Pn. Okay, by determining Pn corresponding to incremental cost of production, and next set k equal to 0 and set n equal to 1. So by solving Pn, so Pn equal to 1 minus f1 in f1 by lambda minus 2 sigma m not equal to n bmn by pm, that is divided by fnn by lambda plus 2 bnn, no. And we are taking a condition box. If pn is greater than pn max, that is equal to, so if it is yes, then set pn equal to pn max and going to n equal to n plus 1. And after that, and check another box, check if all the buses have been accounted. When it is S, it will be going is PIK minus PIK minus 1 is less than sigma. So is less than sigma. So then it is yes, then calculating PL, sigma n, sigma m, Pn, Bmn, Bm, and delta P equal to sigma of Pg minus PL minus PD. Okay, so next checking another condition. If delta P less than or equal to sigma, okay, so then it is going to print generation and calculating the cost generation and end. So when, so this is so when it is condition satisfies. Okay, so when this condition satisfies, these are all will be going to step. And so at start, at first condition will be start and reading fn, fnn, fn, pd, pn minimum and pn maximum. So assuming suitable value of lambda and delta lambda. So by determining the pn corresponding to incremental production cost, here we are setting k equal to 0 and n equal to 1. So to solving for Pn, so by using this equation, we are solving Pn and we are checking another condition. If Pn is greater than Pn max, if it is yes, we are going to this, and if it is no, and check another condition. If Pn is less than Pn minimum, so when it is yes, so it is, so next Pn equal to Pn minimum. So and next going to n equal to n plus 1. And next checking another condition. Okay. So check if all buses have been accounted. So if buses all are in accounted, so when it is yes, we are going to these steps. So when it is no, and going to back, and going to back and solving Pn and same conditions will be going. Okay. So here another condition is Pik minus Pik minus 1 is less than sigma. When it is going, then calculating PL. So when it is not, so when it is will not satisfying this condition, then go to k equal to k plus 1 and set k equal to k plus 1 and setting n equal to 1 and solving Pn and again checking Pn, condition Pn greater than Pn maximum. So when it is yes, we are going Pn equal to Pn maximum. When it is no, so Pn checking another condition Pn equal to Pn minimum and going to and going to set as Pn equal to Pn minimum and again n equal to n plus 1. We are same repeating this condition. So here calculating PL value and delta P value. So when you and again we are checking delta P is less than sigma and when it is yes, print the generation and calculating cost of generation, and this condition will not satisfy, and again we are calculating delta PP and that is equal to sigma of PG minus PL minus PD. So we are calculating that and again we are checking the condition. So is delta pp is greater than 0. So when it is yes, so when it is yes, del lambda equal to lambda minus delta lambda and going to first step set k equal, so set k equal to 0. Okay. So whenever this condition will not satisfy and set as lambda equal to lambda plus delta lambda and going to first, sorry, and going to first step. Okay, going to first step set k equal to 0. So this is flowchart for economic load dispatching with losses. Okay.